So as you can see, this yard has some, see how it's like got some bearing spots here. Now we are in early spring, and but I think where I messed up with the liquid aeration is I didn't do a dethatch. I had a lot of thatch in this yard, and I still do actually. This is a day after using the dethatcher, and it's still got a lot of thatch in here. But so what I want to do is try to aerate, and I think I can use bamboo to do it. So let's get started. Got a little idea here, guys, a little bamboo engineering on a aeration tool, or aerator tool, aerating tool. You know, just like anything else, pretty much, things are expensive, and I could pay probably like 50 or 60 bucks for a tool, or I could buy a aeration thing I can pull behind my mower for hundreds of dollars, or I can rent one for about the same price as buying a hand tool.
It's cheaper to buy it than go and rent one.
So I'm going to make a tool, and I'm going to use it at my leisure, and I'm not going to pay a dime, okay? So that's just how we operate on the Doing Stuff channel. So I'm guesstimating the middle here. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a tape measure. I'm going to actually cut this perfect dead center. Be right back. This board is 27 3/4 inch long. Half of that is 13 7/8. Thanks to this even better than a calculator that we weren't supposed to have every day. So 13 7/8 will be the dead center of this board. And I pretty much guessed it by eyeball, but just to be exact. And then poor man's skill saw. Like that straight line? Look how straight that is. And just like that, we got an uneven, well, sort of even 2x4s here. So the game plan is I'm gonna attach these two boards, then I'm gonna use a spade bit, a small spade bit, smaller than I need, and I'm gonna put, I guess, two pieces of bamboo on each side, and leave enough space here for my foot to actually do the pressing it down in the turf. So I'm gonna have to find some hardware, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got some hardware. I got it started at least. It's starting to come out of the back. I'm sure the bolt will fit in that hole. Yep, 3/8. Because I don't want a hole. I don't want this to get muddy all the time. So I wish I had shorter bolts, but okay. Like so. Alright, so here's what we got right now. Now, what I want to do is I want to pick out, of all this infinite supply of bamboo that I have, I want to pick out, this was actually technically the first prototype. I just did this by hand just to see what it would do. And it definitely creates a plug. And but this is a little bigger than I think I want. I'm thinking something more along this size. But so we need to pick out, I'm gonna say, I'll say 4 of these size pieces. Say hi. Say hi. You shy? You camera shy? No. Say hello. All right. There, you waved. Did you wave?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you can see, I went ahead and I cut 4 pieces of bamboo, and this is what will generate our plugs. And so what I want to do is I want to take a smaller spade bit, slightly smaller spade bit than the diameter of each of these. And I want to do my holes. Just give me enough space to put my foot in here to press it down into the dirt. So probably something like that. Careful, buddy. Like I said, I'm gonna put these holes in here. I'm gonna start with the smaller bit, or the smaller spade bit. And these holes are slightly smaller than this. Okay, it's an important detail because now we're going to disassemble our little pancake thing here. Disassemble our little pancake stack here. Try to not lose my hardware. Almost lost that. And we're gonna. I'm going to write top on here just in case we do mix them up. But I think we'll be okay now because these holes need to be the smaller holes, right? So we're not going to do anything with that. But now with this board, we need these holes to be just snug enough so that I can put them in. And I'm going to have to like force them in. All right, so the next bit size up is a 13/16. I don't know why I was overthinking that. We're just at the mercy of, you know, if that size is too big, then we're gonna have to get bigger pieces of bamboo to fit snugly in the holes. So go ahead, we're gonna make these holes bigger with the 13/16 without messing up what we got. Just like so. Slightly bigger. And as you can see, when we put this in, it's gonna get tighter as it goes up because bamboo gets bigger on one end as it goes. So yeah, you can kind of see what I got going on here now. That one's not too bad. We just want it a little tighter than that. But you don't want to go too tight because you'll actually bust the bamboo. But that one's not going to come out. That's what I was looking for. And so I can get that down flush. Now remember, the top holes are not as big. So we'll have a hole for the plug to come out of, but it's too small for this to come back up, if that makes any sense. So I can cut off the excess on that with my hacksaw, just like that. So those are snug, guys. Those are really snug. I definitely can't pull them out through the bottom, but if I really wanted to, if I put this down and hit like if I had a rock or something, they're going to come back out. So that's the purpose of putting the top piece boards with the smaller holes. And that way, that'll stop that from happening. But because I have these holes, the plugs will come out of the top. So here's our top piece. We put our top piece back on. We'll use our hardware. We can. I just realized I forgot to do something else. I wanted to do this. Still want to do it. But, oh. So, we'll just put it all back in. Just gonna hang back now. Okay, now we got this weird deal here. All right. Those are very long, But you get the point. You know, I don't want to do 6-inch holes, but you know, this is just to kind of show you the design of what I'm thinking. And what I wanted to do is leave space to put a rope on here somehow, but that's all right, we can compromise a little. Just to kind of sort of do a test, I'll go ahead and put my rope on here, tie it off somehow or another. So I am going to go ahead and shorten. I'm going to shorten these because I don't want to pull out 6-inch plugs. I think 2 to 4 inches is usually what the standard plug sizes are. So we're going to take it from the top of this board, we'll do like 4.5 inches. Well, we'll do 4. We'll do 4 inches. Okay guys, so I was just using my miter box to cut my 45-degree angles, but I don't feel like disassembling this to take these back out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of eyeball some angles here. I may even be able to get a steeper than 45-degree angle, which will make them a little sharper. But all I'm doing is just sitting it in here. Just going to take my hacksaw and then cut my angles down to match my new measurements. All right, so these are way more appropriately sized for the size of plug you want. Pretty sure it's 2 to 4 inches, but actually kind of made it look a little more professional, I think. But let's go test it out. It works, but the tripod don't. No, so it works, but you know, just like any other hand aerator, I mean, it's physical work, you know. It's not a rotary type thing, but surprisingly it does work. It puts holes in your yard, you know. The bamboo doesn't break. I kept waiting for the plugs to come out, but this yard is so compacted that it's clay, really compacted clay, and so you know, maybe a little tweaking on this, but as it is, if you wanted to do a small little area, just like with any other manual tool, aerator tool, this would do it. If you got some bamboo growing behind your house like I do, put it to use. This design works, you know. Just going along, taking my time, because this yard is so compacted. It did take quite a bit of effort with a little weight. Actually, the 2x4s helps with that a lot, but yeah. So if you want to just, you know, take your time on doing it and not do a big yard. If you got a small area you want to aerate, or a small yard like I do, a small front yard, bamboo, guys. Bamboo aerator. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out. It's definitely going to help me out, but anyway, enjoy the spring, enjoy the weather. Love you. Thanks for watching.